Here I'm going to deal exclusively with negative exponents, so really focusing in on what this means. I've talked about these in other videos as well, but this is another way that you can get that information. So when we have a negative exponent, what you would have seen in the investigation was this kind of thing. So 5 squared is 25, 5 to the power 1 is 5, 5 to the 0 is 1. Now the reason what we're doing here is these numbers on this side are dividing by 5 every time we move down, okay? And our index value is decreasing by 1 every time we go down. So if I go to the next one and increase that pattern on, I get 5 to the minus 1. And if I'm going to divide by 5 again, then 1 divided by 5 is 1/5. I can go further, so 5 to the minus 2, so I'm decreasing that index number by 1, and then I want to divide by 5 again, which gives me 1/25. So this is why we get, well, first of all, anything to the power 0 is 1, but also then why we get negative indices giving us fractions. So what we think of as a shortcut, because we notice the relationship, now we kind of want to work with a shortcut, is that 5 can be written as 5/1. And when I have something to the power minus 1, it flips those numbers around, okay, and finds what we call the reciprocal. Okay, so here 2/3 to the negative 1, it's going to flip that fraction, 3/2. In fact, you don't even need to write the brackets in here, okay. If we have a different value other than -1, my advice is deal with the negative part first. So flip the numbers in the fraction around and then deal with the rest of the index. So then this is 5 squared over 3 squared, which is 25/9. That square affects both values in that bracket. Now lastly, we can kind of reverse that, so thinking about what a value might be written as a power of something. So here we want to write these values here as a power of 2. So 8 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2, which means that it can be written as 2 to the power 3. Now if we know that 8 is 2 to the power 3, then 1/8 is going to involve some negatives, okay? So we know that 8 can be written as 2 to the power 3. Okay, so I'm just rewriting my fraction. 1/8 is 1/2 to the 3. The 1/over part, we signify that in our index number by putting a negative value in. So 1/8 is the same as 2 to the negative 3. And then if I've got a negative 32 here, we could also actually have negative 2's, which would be -2 to the power 5. This actually doesn't fit with the question, does it? Because the question asks you to write everything as a power of 2. It's not true that we could write 2 to the -5, because that would give us 1/32. So actually in this example here, we would be writing -32 as a power of -2. And there's our finished answer.